Hi, welcome, and thank you for tuning in today. And I hope you're having a great day. A couple of days back, I was watching an interview by the Pitbull along with Tony Robbins, and there are some nice key takeaways he gave about the life because Pitbull had gone through a tough childhood and then eventually he became a successful artist in a later stages. But there are those five important things which made me realize that's actually very essential for everybody's life. So I just wanted to share. If you are aware of it, that would be good. That will serve you as a reminder. If not, that will be something that for you to put in place. So let's get started. Self-care is very important. Self-care is taking care of yourself first. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not able to serve people around you. First of all, to start with your family members and then taking to the next level. Now, if you ever traveled or about to travel in a flight, they always show you these trainings, right? When oxygen masks fall from the seat above you, they ask first to protect yourself, first for yourself, then you protect your child. You see, the child is the most important thing. Our main intentions, we always want to serve or help others without thinking about ourselves. Imagine, so that's one of the good reminders we can always think that first you need to take care of yourself. It's not being selfish. Self-care is something that you got to be strong enough in order to cope up with the situations which may come along in your future or present. At the same time, when you are strong enough, you're going to lend a hand to help your families, friends, then moving further. So it's very important to take care of yourself first in all aspects of life. It's not being selfish, it's being about taking care of yourself, being self-care. So that's very important. So I hope you do take care of yourself in terms of your health, in terms of your wealth, in terms of your spirituality, in terms of each and everything you want to develop within yourself first, then expand yourself to the next level so that you'll be able to help or give a lending hand to the others. So self-care is the first one. Second is expect unexpected. You see, this is all part of life. Every day we can start our day wonderfully, but there are many things can come on our way which we don't expect, right? So expect unexpected. At the same time, accept it, whatever it may be coming in. There are certain things you certainly don't have a control on it. Now, there are certain circumstances you don't have control on it. Example could be the first thing is to start with coronavirus on COVID-19. Nobody has a control of it. But if we don't accept it, and we don't accept to get along with it with whatever the precautions, so on and so forth, which is changed the world, say last 1.5 years. COVID is one of them, but you might have a different challenges, different unexpected things which might happen. Someone loved one you may be losing, maybe you lost your job, or maybe your child is not having a proper education. Yes, that is your problem by accepting it, but then what can you do better is something that you need to work on instead of playing a victim role. So accept unexpected, at the same time accept the way it comes to you. Be open-minded and see what best can you do in a certain given situation for you to do better in that particular situation and further moving on. Third important, the people who really care about you will show up in tough times. This is very profound, and I actually, when I recall or when I think back in my life, that's very, very true. It's good to have people around you when everything going well, you have a good job, good friend, family circumstances perfect, everything is perfect, there's no complaints, but that's not going to be happening all along your life. There are times this is going to happen. This is not a straight line, stay curve. So expect unexpected, connecting to the previous point. But the real people, real friends, the people who really want you to develop or to help you, or to assist you when you have a tough times, the real people or the genuine people, I would say, will show up in a tough times. Not necessarily mean that they need to give you a bunch of money. Probably that is part of it, but then sometimes some encouraging words, some supporting, spending some time for just a coffee when you're depressed because you want to express yourself to the other person to see what's happening in your life. Sometimes just talking ourselves to others, the one who you close to, can ease up your problems. I'm not saying that they're going to share your burden, but at the same time, when you have someone to listen of whatever the issues you might be having through, that always give you already while you're talking in a conversation, you might get some idea. So it's very important for you to count on the people, genuine people, who is part of your life all along. Are they going to stay with you when you have a tough time? So at the same time, when somebody is having a tough time close to you, the closest person to you, you should be able to do the same thing. So that way, you are helping each other in a difficult situations. And believe you and me, there are people who will never show up when you have a tough times. When going gets hard, people will, hide their own corners, and then they find you, when you have a good time back again. So I think those are the people who just need to cut off and move on with. If you even have a genuinely one person whom you can lend a hand, or who they can lend you a hand when you have a tough time, so that is a person you should pretty much have a good relationships moving forward, not the people who disappear when you have a difficult situation. Fourth important is appreciate what you have. It's easy for us to get discouraged what is not happening in your life. Always there are 100 things which will not go the way you expect it should go. At the same time, if you even closely look at your life on a daily basis, there are many millions of things that you can be thankful for, grateful for, and look in the mirror and say, you know what, this is the best thing happened to me in my life today. Now, if you cannot appreciate the small things what you have, eventually, even if the big things are happening in your life, you are not going to show any appreciation. And then nature doesn't function that way. Have you ever imagined, if you're a parent or if you're a kid, if someone coming and telling you, Daddy, I like that what you brought, and do you think that your daddy is going to get happy with what he brought? He's going to bring more of it. Genuinely expressing, saying thank you for small things. So probably person who's sitting next to you brought you a coffee, say thank you. So it's not that they're going to bring more coffee for you. At the same time, you're giving the genuine thanks back. That's how the nature works. The more you give back, and genuinely for the good things which is happening around you, or saying those at least 5 blessings or good things which happen to you during the day, look in the mirror and thank them. Maybe if you cannot them directly, but thank them intentionally. You say, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for doing that. So when you do that, basically things will show up because your focus remains on what's good, right? Now, when your focus shifts instead of what's bad to what's good, and you see the momentum picking up, not immediately, but definitely over a period of time, you will see some wonderful things happening to you in your life. The last but not the least, this point struck me very well in my heart, because a couple of days back also I read, I don't remember which book, but I read a phrase that God gives us the 2 hands. One is to receive and one is to give. It's very profound. We think that when I have enough I will give. No. If you cannot give out of $10, say 10 cents, just buying a cookie and giving it to a dog on a street, so that you're already, developing the habit of giving. Now, okay, when I have 1 million, I will give, you will never give back. When I have 10 millions, I will give 100,000. You'll never give back, because that amount is going to amount you so much. I think the God is in the details. I think your life is in the details. The small things, what you do matters, not the big gigantic things. Okay, eventually if it happens, say in your lifetime, okay, you wanted to do this charity, that charity, okay, who cares? What are you going to do in 50 years from now, 30 years from now? Okay, if that is a plan, probably you will not even exist. Who knows? The life is very unpredictable. So whatever the good, you feel like doing it, you wanted to do it with whatever you have, this is the right time, right day, right moment to do it. Now, people can always prolong, say, oh, you know what? Once I get the big salary, I'll give this much. Once I get that win a lottery, I will give 10 millions. Bullshit. Nothing is going to happen. And you will never give, by the way. So if you have $1 today, find a way to give that 1 cent. to the people around you. I know that might sound cliche, but I think, as that book wherever I read says, the God gives us two hands, one is to receive, one is to give. I think that's very profound. I think that's how we should live our life of giving to the others, not only financially, giving to the others in the form of services, whatever you are blessed with. So in that way, basically, you know the circle is going around, and then you're going to receive more blessings on the process. You don't need to necessarily give because you're going to expect something, because again, then you're not actually giving, you're expecting giving something, that hoping that something will come. But if you apply this or comply that in a natural process, without you knowing, you're going to get opportunities. Without you knowing, you're going to get some connections, some things that which will help you to grow already. That's a good way to start. So those are the 5 key points which, in the process, I took a note, but then I elaborated a little bit. So self-care, expect unexpected, but yet accept it. Count on the people, those who genuinely show up on your difficult times. Appreciate what you have. And finally, last but not least, we have 2 hands, one is to give and one is to receive. So I hope that helps for you to put a simple things in place for you to do better in what you do. Stay blessed. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.